Hello, Assalamualaikum everyone. Financial consultant Helmi Hakim here from takaful.sg. Welcome to my third day of my 44 days video challenge. As you all might have known, I have been challenged to do this 44 days video challenge by my mentor, Dr. Azizan Osman. And today is the third day. So what I want to share with you today, right? I want to share with you two personal finance tool to check if you are financially healthy or not. Two personal finance tool to check if you are financially healthy or not. So usually if you want to know if whether you are healthy or not, you visit the doctor. So today I'm like a financial doctor lah. I want to share with you the tools that you can do personally or you can use personally to check whether you are financially healthy or not. Right, so the first tool that I want to share with you, right, is this. And the first tool that I want to share with you is this. This thing called net worth statement. Net worth statement. And by the way, I just want to share with you like the tools that I'm going to share with you today, right, are something that you can use personally for yourself. You don't need to meet a financial planner, or you don't need to meet a financial analyst, or you don't need to meet a certified public accountant or what to create these tools. You just view this video. I think this video is just going to be about like 20 minutes, and yeah, while viewing this video, you can take out a piece of pen and paper and write down what I'm going to share with you. So the first tool is this thing called the net worth statement. And what is a net worth statement? How many of you here heard before of this thing called net worth statement? How many of you here heard before of this thing called net worth statement? And so usually, if you were to go for like financial seminars or what, and you hear someone mention that, oh, this person is a millionaire, or that person is a millionaire, it usually means what? It usually means that the net worth of that person, of that guy, is more than $1 million. And today I'm going to share with you exactly how you can create your own personal net worth statement. And this is the first one, personal net worth statement. So in the net worth statement, right, the first thing first what you'll have, right, is that you'll have this thing called cash near cash. What's under this cash near cash? And so you have your account like the Al-Wadiyah savings account. And basically for cash near cash, right, is highly liquid assets and money that you can use anytime you want. So all your 3 to 6 emergency monthly emergency funds is in this cash near cash. Alright. So for in terms of Sharia compliance, yeah, you'll have this Al-Wadiyah savings account, the money that you can take out anytime you want. And the second portion that you have is this thing called, I make it more colourful is this thing called investable assets. What are some examples of investable assets? Things like your some of you invest in commodity, like gold example, and some of you invest in Sharia compliant stocks, basically halal stocks lah. Some of you invest in Sharia compliant funds. So basically, investable assets, right, help you to grow your money, and that's what I mean by investable assets. And the third one you have, right, is you have this thing called personal use assets. What exactly are personal use assets? Like same what? Cash net cash, investable asset, personal use asset. What exactly is personal use assets? Personal use assets are assets that basically take money out of your pocket. What some examples of personal use assets? Example like your car lah. This is one thing that a lot of us have to know. We have a car. Yes, that car we have to pay for maintenance. We have to pay for petrol costs. We have to pay for for some of us for installment. So these are the three assets that most of us and all of us will have in our personal net worth. So that's your total assets here. Okay, and on this portion itself here, right? On the other portion is you have your liabilities. And liabilities is what? Is your utang lah, kan? You have this thing called long-term liability. Some examples of long-term liabilities are your mortgage loan lah. Okay, and you have short-term liability. Long-term liabilities refers to your liabilities or your utang that is more than 1 year, usually for long period lah, like 10 years, 15 years, 20 years, and long-term. Whereas short-term is usually within 1 year. So some examples of short-term liabilities are, for some people, their credit cards or their personal loans, short-term liabilities. And after that, what we have, we have this thing called net worth. So you take your total assets and you minus off your total liabilities, and you will get your net worth. Okay, so down here I just put there total liabilities and net worth. Alright, so this is how you create your own personal net worth statement. My goal as a financial consultant, right? My goal as an Islamic financial consultant, what I help my clients to do is that I help them to change color, increase their investable assets and their net worth the Sharia compliant way, the halal way in Singapore. So I just put here halal. Most of us, what we want to do is that we want to increase our investable assets and our net worth the Sharia compliant way in Singapore. That's my area of specialization, and that is what I have been doing since the year 2007. And for those of you who just tuned in, this is financial consultant Helmi Hakim here from Takaful.sg. I specialize in helping Muslim families plan their finance the Sharia compliant way in Singapore. And today is the third day. This is the third day of my 44 days challenge to do Facebook live video series. And what I'm sharing with you today, I'm sharing with you 2 personal finance tools that you can use to check whether you are financially healthy or not. And now I tell you what, it's a good time for you to sit down and relax, have some kind of introspection, and check your finance, whether you are financially okay or not okay. Then this is a good time. Right? So just follow only whatever I share in this video. I'm sharing this openly with many people, right? And I want to dedicate this, especially for those of you who are like me lah. Right now, circuit breaker, right? We are not allowed to go anywhere. So at home, rather than just watch Netflix, and why not you learn something that is beneficial not only for yourself, for your whole family. Right? So the first tool that I just shared with you is this thing called personal net worth statement. Right? Personal net worth statement. And this is the one. Assets. These are your assets. These are your liabilities, your utang. And then this is your net worth. Right? Your net worth. Okay? The challenge for you right now is for you to increase your investable assets and your net worth the halal way, the Sharia compliant way in Singapore. Right, and that's where my role as an Islamic financial consultant, I've been helping a lot of people out there to grow their investable assets and their net worth the halal way, the Sharia compliant way in Singapore. So that's the first tool. So what's the second tool? The second tool that I want to share, right, is this thing called personal cash flow statement. Personal cash flow statement. Now, I want you to listen to me, whatever I share, right, is something simple, but something that is very powerful. It's something that is very profound, and it can shape your financial life, and not only today, tomorrow, the day after, in the future. And if you take notice, right, of your numbers in your, either in your personal net worth statement, or you take notice of the numbers in your personal cash flow statement, and I'm going to about to share later. If you take notice and you track, right, that's where you can see an improvement in your financial life. And because this type of thing you must track. If you never track, then you won't know what is happening. So when you track, right, that's where you can see whether, my example, my investable assets, has been improving. Okay, take this. Investable assets has been improving as compared to last year. You need to track. If you don't do this personal net worth statement, you just lead your life as normal. You know, today I work, I get my salary, I spend, finish, done. Next month continue, and it's a cycle, you know. And soon 5 years pass, 10 years pass, 20 years pass, and then finally you look forward for your retirement, and then suddenly you get shocked. Wait, I think I got enough funds for my retirement. How come not enough? You come to that realization. I think I can rely on, example, CPF funds, or I can rely on some of the savings that I currently have. How come not enough? So it's best for you to sit down now and relax, chill, have a cup of coffee, and take out a piece of paper and slowly do this. Right? You just do it for yourself, you know, really. I'm not asking you to get anybody else to help you to compute the figure. Of course, you want to get your family members to sit down with you and review your personal finance, is okay lah. But you don't need to engage anybody else. Just do it for yourself. This thing called the personal net worth statement. Right? Whatever I'm going to share with you right now, right, these are really, really powerful stuffs. If you were to engage an independent fee-based financial consultant and to run through the thing that I'm running with you, they'll charge you minimum $1,000. But I'm giving to you for free. I just treat this as sedekah amal jariah, because I understand many people, due to this COVID-19 situation, you are facing a lot of challenges. Some of them, or some of you are unemployed, and some of you face a pay cut, and some of you, I understand, I cannot give money to everybody, but what I can do here right now, I can share with you my knowledge. These are the knowledge that I learn and I simplify, to make sure that every single person out there can understand. Because some people, when they hear finance, right, they're a bit allergic. They hear finance, right, numbers, I don't want to deal with numbers. But what I'm sharing with you, these are practical numbers, these are pragmatic numbers, these are numbers that will affect your life. And not just your life, the life and the future of your family. So I want you to take great notice of what I'm about to share, or what I'm sharing with you right now. It might look complicated, but rest assured, I simplified for you. I simplified to the level that even I am highly confident. If a 13-year-old boy sit down with me, I run through them this personal net worth statement, this cash flow statement, they also can understand. And I assure you, you too can understand. Just view it with an open mind and do it. Basically, do it lah. If you just see, then you feel like sure that like quite good lah, quite practical, but you don't do anything, then nothing will happen. Alright, so the first thing, what I've just shared with you, I shared with you the personal net worth statement. Can understand so far? If you don't understand, you just if you cannot understand, you just comment lah. Comment, then maybe which part I will try to my level best lah, to re-explain or explain lah, right? So Alhamdulillah, Zara Kasim, have a blessed Thursday for you too. Hakim Sukimin, Alhamdulillah, Alhamdulillah, Alhamdulillah. Alright, so the next one is this thing called personal cash flow statement. This is something simple but very, very powerful. Very, very powerful. Alright, so how do you do your own personal net worth, personal cash flow statement? Personal cash flow statement, right, is divided into two. One is called inflow, the other one is called outflow. Inflow is money going in. Outflow is money going out. Inflow, outflow. Inflow is money going in. Outflow is money going out. Alright, so inflow, money going in. So most of us, what we have first is that we have our this thing called disposable income. What exactly is disposable income? Disposable income is money that you get after minusing off your CPF, your net. I just put here lah, take home pay. Take home pay means money that go inside your pocket. It's this thing called disposable income, right? And yeah, of course, some I know some people they have other type of inflows lah. Like example, rental income. They have like dividends from Sharia compliant stocks. I'm aware about all that lah. And outflow is divided into two. One is called fixed outflow. The other one is called variable outflow. Some examples of fixed outflow lah. I change color lah. Outflow put red color lah. Because money go out of your pocket, right? Okay. So some examples of fixed outflow, like for me lah, nafkah. Nafkah to my wife. Some examples of fixed outflow. What else? Fixed outflow. Some examples are like what else? What other fixed outflow you guys have? I know. Parents, give money to parents. Fixed outflow. Okay, and then variable outflow. So some example of variable outflow are like your food, transport. What else? Fixed outflow. Handphone bills. Then what else? Entertainment. And there's a long list lah for variable outflow. So what happened exactly, right? You take your inflow and you minus off your outflow, you will get a figure. And the figure can be positive or can be negative. In my experience as a financial consultant, as an Islamic financial consultant since the year 2007, right, I can tell you, right, this personal cash flow statement is super duper accurate. If I meet my prospects, if I meet my clients, or if I meet anyone, and I help them to draft their cash flow statement, if it shows, right, it's positive, mashallah, alhamdulillah, really, they are living daily in a good way. Always have enough money, no worries and all. But if it shows zero or if it shows negative, that's where you see that a lot of them are facing challenges, and some of them even have loans, all that. You know, the concept, the Malay, the very popular concept, that ties on with them, this Malay proverb, gali lubang, tutup lubang. Alright, so for those of you who example, yes, Rahmat Mazlan, installments, all that, right? Yeah, so for those of you, right, who face challenges and your cash flow statement shows negative, right, what can you do? And what I want you to do, right, concurrently now, right, when you do your own cash flow statement, what I want you to do, I want you to focus on this part, on this variable outflow. Focus on this part, because now, because of the COVID-19 situation, a bit challenging to focus on this part, especially for those of you who have negative outflow, right, a bit challenging to focus on this part. So focus on this part, and just target to reduce most of it by 10% only. How much? 10% only. If you target to reduce your variable outflow, fixed outflow difficult to control already. If you have to give money, nafkah, I have to lah. I mean, like, give parents money, yeah, I have to lah. I try not to negotiate on that lah. To me, all that are fixed outflow. Okay, or like what just now Ahmad Mazlan mentioned, installments, that's fixed outflow. I cannot control already, right? Like now what? COVID-19, right? COVID-19, some of your fixed outflow, but again, there are some good news for some of you who have some fixed outflow, like example, insurance premium, right? All that. Now government has introduced this thing that you can actually delay your insurance premium by 6 months. But again, for this, you have also have to take note lah. For delay of insurance premium of 6 months, you have to pay back 6 months worth of premium without interest. You have to take note of that. Alright, but the point here I want to share with you that for most of us, right, our fixed outflow we cannot control really. Yeah, we have to pay. If utang someone, right, have to pay money, installments example, right, have to pay. But for variable outflow, and for most of us, we can try to reduce it. Right? So example, I just put here food example. You can try to look for ways lah. If for those of you who usually dine at restaurants or always like order great food, all that, you can look at ways on how you, instead of one meal cost like what, $30, husband and wife and your child eat $30, you can cook yourself lah. Transport, handphone bills, entertainment, all that, try to reduce by 10%. Usually for a lot of people, if they try to reduce by 10%, alhamdulillah, I've seen for most of them, they manage to save at least about $100. This is 10%. What if you reduce it by 20%? Right? Easily, you have about $200+ every single month. And these are personal strategies that I advocate. Because what? Because last time I also have certain, I do, alhamdulillah, I don't have goals, but I have certain strategic financial objective. Strategic financial objective means what? Means something that I want to buy or something that I want to purchase within the short-term period. Example, within 1 month. So I need the money. I need to accumulate as much money as possible within a period of, lesser than 1 year. Short period. So what I do, I follow this technique. I just follow this technique. Variable outflow, try to reduce it by 10%. Alhamdulillah, if you can do it by 20% or 30%, that's better. So you can turn from your negative to positive. Alright, so how many of you here learn what I share with you? I touched 2 things, very simple: net worth statement and cash flow statement. Something very simple but very, very powerful. Right? Just do this first. This first, and you will see a clearer picture of your own personal finance. Okay, this is actually the mukaddimah. Consider like the very basic, the super duper basic of personal finance. Anybody talk about personal finance, right? You think about the most basic, and the first thing that you need to do is this thing called personal net worth statement and the cash flow statement. But again, this is just the beginning. Alright? So what I share, right, and what I have right now is that currently alhamdulillah, because of this COVID-19 situation, I'm not able to meet clients and do a lengthy financial planning presentation. I'm not able to do that. Even via Zoom, I try to limit my financial planning presentation with my clients at most like 1 hour. We cannot have like 3 hours financial planning presentation via Zoom. Super duper challenging. Right? So what I am developing right now, right? I'm developing a financial planning app, a financial planning software, and that usually if someone or a financial planner take 3 hours to do a full scale comprehensive financial planning for like 3 hours, alhamdulillah, with this app or with this software, we're going to concise it into a 15-minute process. 15-minute process. So I have just registered this domain name. Let me just write down for you here: www.halalfinancialplan.sg. I want you to go to this website, www.halalfinancialplan.sg. This is a new initiative that I have done and I have created, and concurrently working hard with my software developers, with my team of engineers to create this special software. It's a financial planning software. It's a financial planning app for our local Muslim community in Singapore. And what this software will do, right, is that today you learn about what? You learn about personal cash flow statement, and you learn about your personal cash flow statement. You learn about your personal net worth statement. You learn about your personal cash flow statement. And what you're going to have right in the future at Halal Financial Planning, halalfinancialplan.sg, is that you're going to have a financial planning app. planning app, an Islamic financial planning app, and that can help you and know your current financial position. And so perhaps what I'll do, right, I'll just go direct into the website itself. This is the website. Can you see here? halalfinancialplan.sg. Currently, it's a work in progress. I target to have this financial app done, inshallah, by 1 month. 1 month. Inshallah, circuit breaker over already. Then you see halalfinancialplan.sg. This app, right? This app is super duper unique because as a financial practitioner, as an Islamic financial practitioner, usually what I like to do is that I like to model things that is really working well in Islamic countries, perhaps in Malaysia, in Indonesia, or perhaps in the Gulf countries, right? Dubai, Bahrain, Kuwait, Oman, Saudi, right? But I've not seen this type of software that is super duper useful for a lot of us who want to take charge of our personal finance. And so that's why I create for you guys this special app at halalfinancialplan.sg. It's a work in progress. Inshallah, will be launched in one month's time. Alright, so if you want to get updates, right, or to be the first to test out my software, the halalfinancialplan.sg software, what I want you to do is that just key in your name, email, and handphone number, alright, and press submit. Once it's launched, you'll be the first person to know about my financial planning software. And as a free gift, I'll give you Halal Financial Plan Safety Card. And just now I share with you, right? Just now I share with you about your personal net worth statement and personal cash flow statement. This time round, right? As a free gift for those of you who support my work, my mission to educate the public on Islamic financial planning, I'll give you a free soft copy of the Halal Financial Plan Safety Card. You cannot get this elsewhere, only at halalfinancialplan.sg. I design it, I get my designers to design it. These are very useful, powerful stuff. And you can just download it now first. Just key in your name, email, and handphone number. And immediately, I'll send you an email. You get an email to download this free Halal Financial Plan Safety Card. 3 to 6 months emergency funds. These are all the financial ratios. When we launch the Halal Financial Plan app, I'll touch more on how you can relate your personal net worth statement, cash flow statement with all these financial ratios. This, guys, I tell you, this is something very powerful. Something that's super duper powerful. Can you imagine 3 hours of meticulous financial planning done by a financial planner being compressed for you into a 15-minute process? Can you imagine that? Right? I'm doing this because why? Because of this COVID-19 situation. Impossible for me to meet a lot of you out there. Impossible. We are not allowed to meet our clients, even if you request me to meet up with you at your home. No, I cannot go to your house right now because of this circuit breaker. And yes, we are using Zoom. I'm using Zoom right now, and I'm trying out Google Meet, all that. But the thing here is that I cannot do presentation, 3 hours of presentation on Zoom. Super duper challenging. And so that's why, as a contribution for me, an Islamic financial planner from takaful.sg, I create this website called halalfinancialplan.sg. And this is a financial planning app that is going to revolutionize the whole of the Singapore Islamic finance market. Alright, so that's all. Helmi Hakim here from takaful.sg. If you find my video beneficial, do click like, comment, and share. Share this video on your Facebook wall. Share this with your family and friends who know, right? They will benefit. Inshallah, they will benefit from my short sharing today. That's all. Helmi Hakim here from takaful.sg. Assalamualaikum. Take care and goodbye.